Camp Kaski heads to Little Rock, Arkansas. Our first stop was Boyle Park, a 243-acre park just outside of downtown. We're at Boyle Park in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're ready to play on the playground. We have it all to ourselves today. It's already 85 degrees before 9 o'clock. We're gonna have fun, huh? Yay! Yeah. Huge thumbs up to this really fun park. The play structure was amazing. They did have bathrooms, lots of pavilions, and a nice park to drive through as well. Really, really beautiful. There was nobody here this day, but it was very hot. That's a fun one. Way to go. Next up on another hot day was the War Memorial Park. This is just outside of downtown. It is a 117-acre green space, and they have this really fun natural play park. So really fun splash pad that mimics nature, and there's a built-in playground into the play structure as well. Lots of open green space, lots of nice walking trails. We loved heading here, especially on the hot days. Summer in Arkansas is no joke. Is that fun? If you are a family, you have to check out the All Aboard Restaurant and Grill in Little Rock. We ate here 3 times in 2 weeks. This is such a fun restaurant. It's very unassuming from the outside, but inside it's totally train themed. It's fun for both kids and adults. They have a little play area if you need to wait for a while. Also, the food is delicious and nicely priced as well. So your food comes out by train. These little model trains drive around the top and drop your food into the tray, and the tray is lowered down to your dining table. This was so fun. Fun for kids, adults, and the service is great too. James, watch it. Here it comes. A huge thumbs up activity that we did was the Museum of Discovery. This was kind of our big ticket item. It is a little bit on the spendy side, but totally worth it. Make sure that you have hours to spend here. If you have little kids, maybe not the best just because it will interfere with their nap time. But for my kids, it was so great. They had so much to look for. It is essentially a children's science museum, but super interactive and fun, awesome for adults as well. We definitely would go back here if we come back to Little Rock again. There are multiple stories, endless hours of activity and exploration, and it's educational as well. Hey. Watching you. Yeah, it is.
do it. Hi, Mara. Cheese. Mara, James, cheese. Whoa. Cheese.
Another great way to beat the heat is to go to the Wonder Place. This is a children's indoor playground. It also mimics sort of like a mini science museum as well because they do have a few fun like STEM activities for the kids. This does cost money, but I thought the price was very fair for what they had. Again, expect to spend a couple of hours here. My kids loved it. There was enough to do where it doesn't ever feel crowded. You can go into another area if one area has too many kids to it. They've got an indoor play structure, water, sand, sensory, different areas for different ages. Big thumbs up to this place.
Yeah. Good job.
Our next playground adventure was the MacArthur Park Unlimited Playground. This was an awesome park. Lots of adaptive equipment as well, lots of interactive play, huge park, big green open spaces, and a lot of
Hold
cool
on.
features that we haven't seen before in a park. Of course, the kids loved the
Ready?
swings. They loved the playground. They also had this interactive dance mat that played games, and the kids had to step on certain numbers. That was a lot of fun too. Again, it's hot in Arkansas, so maybe don't go out during the heat of the day, either early morning or late afternoon. But again, expect to spend a
Mara.
long time here with your kiddos.
Freeze!
Another beat the heat activity, or outside if it's nice out, but we went to the Hillary Clinton Children's Library. They have an outdoor park and they have some walking trails.
We're headed to the library. Let's go check it out.
So we
Wow, that
spent
looks
most of
fun.
the time inside. The library itself is nice, but we were kind of expecting a little bit more in terms of like children interaction. This was their play area here, which did have some things for the kids to interact with, but we were kind of expecting a little bit more for it to be a dedicated children's library. But the kids had fun playing. We got to get out of the heat. They had a few different play areas inside.
Hey, can you go cheese? Cheese. Cheese. Good job.
Okay, another huge thumbs up is the Burns Park Funland. This is completely free. It is an outdoor park complex, huge splash pad, like 3 or 4 different playground areas, lots of fun green open space.
We're at Funland today. We're gonna go check it out. Woohoo! Yeah, it does have shade.
Again, expect to spend hours here if you have kids. Lots of different playground areas, lots of options for the different ages of children as well. Great way to beat the heat, great way to just hang out. They had plenty of shade areas as well, so even if it's super hot, you're still gonna have shade spots. No. Another awesomely free thing to do in downtown Little Rock. So they have these public trolleys and they're completely free to ride. They go throughout all of downtown and across the river into North Little Rock and then back again. This was so much fun. We did it 2 times. It's a great way to see downtown, see the city without having to drive or walk. Inside is air conditioned, so it's nice and cool, and you get beautiful scenery. The trolley drivers do narrate along the way as well, so they'll point out landmarks and certain points of interest. Again, this was so much fun and also really fun for kids to experience as well. Definitely put it on your to-do list. You can check the times of the trolley on their like metro website so you can see how far away the trolley is, how long it takes. Definitely highly recommend. Another great eating place that we checked out was Maddie's Place. This is a locally owned small restaurant that did a little twist of like Cajun seafood, Arkansas dishes. Really, really good. It's a small place, so if you are with a large group of people, I would maybe call ahead, but delicious food. Here's what we got. It's kid friendly as well. They have booths and tables, really good drinks here as well. We spent a morning at the Little Rock Zoo. I thought I had recorded a bunch of videos here, but I can't find them. Anyway, here's a few little clips. It was a really good zoo, really kid friendly, lots of awesome exhibits, and you can get like up close to these animals. So thumbs up to the Little Rock Zoo. Go stand by it. I'll take your picture. We checked out the Bill Clinton Presidential Library and Museum, and I will be honest, this was our big thumbs down of the whole trip. So, normally, these presidential libraries are really interesting, informative, educational, interactive, a fun place to learn about not only the presidency, but like see really cool artifacts as well. This one was almost too much of a modern take and like information overload. It was not interesting for the kids at all. And honestly, it was not interesting really to us as, as adults either. There are a few fun little artifacts here and there, but really just too much information. And it was a thumbs down. But right next to the presidential library was this bridge, pedestrian bridge that you could walk across the entire river and back. It was a fun little walk that you could see boats going underneath, just get a good overview of the river. So I would recommend doing the walk across the bridge. The Mount Holly Cemetery has a lot of historical figures from Little Rock buried here. It's a very old cemetery and very interesting to walk around. We enjoy stopping at cemeteries when we travel and we look for those historical headstones and gravestones. They had a nice walking tour and pamphlets available. It's a cool spot to hang out and walk around, and it's pretty decently shaded too. Next, we checked out the gorgeous Arkansas State Capitol. Their Capitol building is absolutely beautiful. It is very similar to our home state capitol in Minnesota, but gorgeous Capitol. You can walk around. Of course, it's a public building, so as long as they're open, you can check things out. We were able to go into the governor's office and some other areas. You can also go into the treasury and you get to hold a bunch of money. So that was really fun. But gorgeous marble building, like unbelievable. Definitely check it out. It's nice and cool and air conditioned inside as well.
James, can you get down for that?
Yeah, hold on.
We also checked out the Old State House Museum. This essentially was the Capitol before the Capitol. This is some cool history of Little Rock here. Nice little museum inside. I don't know if it's 100% worth it to go, but cool, history and historic buildings here. You get to see the inside, read all about what it was like prior to the existing Capitol today. We did a quick stop at the Little Rock Central High School. There's a national monument here. You can't go into the actual high school, or at least we couldn't because school was actually in session. It's still an active high school today, but they have this nice interactive national museum right next to the high school and very informative. Definitely worth the stop, and this is free. Also, right downtown is the historic Arkansas Museum. You get some history about Little Rock,
Hmm,
history about
fun.
Arkansas. They have this village setup of how it used to be back
I
then,
do.
some original buildings. There's a blacksmith, a lettersmith there on site as well, demonstrating. This was a neat little thing. It's free to walk around these exterior buildings. They do have an interior part of the museum as well that you can pay, but we just did the free part and walked around, and it was interesting. Worth it for just something to do and free of cost.
Nice.
There's a trolley here, Nana.
Yeah.
We had the grandparents in town for a few nights, so I have to shout out Comfort Inn and Suites, the presidential one. They had this amazing rooftop pool that we got to cool off in at the end of the day. So if you are looking for a hotel to stay in Little Rock, I would recommend this one. It's a quick drive to anything, and that outdoor pool is worth it, especially if you are here in the summer. Otherwise, our family, we had an Airbnb for the 2 weeks that we were here, but overall, it was an enjoyable stay at Little Rock,
She's
Arkansas.
swimming.